Good evening. Welcome to another episode of Connected Dots. I am Lou Icewater, aka DuPont. You know what I mean? How y'all doing today? Let's do it. Let's get it in. Let's get it in. Let's get it in. So first, you know what I mean? I'm rocking the merch. LHJR, that's my merch right here. So hope you like it. You know what I mean? Hope you like the merch. You know what I mean? And then I'm rocking the merch by my man up top. You know what I mean? Self, Washington Heights Apparel. So I just want to get that out first. So let's talk about something. Who started the New Balance era? Was it DC or was it New York City? Now, remind you, I didn't wear New Balance like that until, the late 90s, until like early 90s, I started rocking them like that. But New Balance been out since the 80s. And everybody was rocking these. You know what I mean? New Balance. You know what I mean? I like to show you because, this is what I do. New Balance, baby. Remember these? New Balance. So you tell me, was it DC or was it NYC? Now, to me, my personal opinion, at first I was going to say NYC. Yeah. But then I had to realize, hold up, wait a minute now. I think it's a tie in the 80s. I'm going to tell you why I think it's a tie. You know what I'm saying? Because in New York City and the Bronx or wherever I was at, I didn't really see nobody rocking New Balance until like 87, 88. This dude my homeboy named Robert Johnson from the Bronx. You know what I'm saying? This dude, when I first met him, he was New Balance king. He was New Balance and Nike Air Max with baggy pants. Dude was a fly guy. What's up, Rob? He part of the family posse. You know what I'm saying? But he was the first dude I seen that was rocking New Balance heavy. Heavy, yo. Heavy. And the reason why I say it's a tie because DC cats was really rocking New Balance back. I used to go to DC a lot. A lot. You know what I'm saying? First of all, I have family out there, the Groovers. Then my dad used to take us out there for Martin Luther King Day. You know what I'm saying? Out there where it was nice and cold and it had Stevie Wonder at the, you know what I'm saying, at the Capitol building and the other buildings out there. But we used to go to DC a lot. And DC cats in the 80s was rocking New Balance. And then every cat I met from DC had a pair of New Balance on with the high socks. You know how they say, what's up, Joan? You know, they got that talk. So that's why I say it's a tie because DC cats, that's all they wore was New Balance. Period. See, the reason why I could say it's a tie because New York cats, where I'm from, we was rocking Feli's, Avas, Atonics. We was rocking the Nike Cortez, the Air Force Ones when they first came out, the Nike Dunks. We had the Banut Bolds, Bally's, Troops. We had so many different pairs of sneakers. We didn't have time to be like, okay, New Balance is our sneaker like that. Like I said, it was two people I knew that was New Balance kings in the 80s, late 80s, 90s. My man Rob J and my man Shaquem. You know what I'm saying? Both Bronx cats. But when you think of the boroughs, people in Brooklyn didn't rock New Balance like that. They were Feli's. Feli's with the straps on the back. Feli's was Brooklyn. Manhattan, they wore all types of sneakers because they were fly dudes. You know what I mean? Queens, Pumas. Pumas, and Nikes, but mostly Puma because of LL, MC Shan. They were Pumas. The Bronx, Nike Cortez, low cut New Balance. The Bronx was more low cut. They wore a lot of low cut sneakers in the Bronx. You know what I'm saying? Harlem was like high top sneakers. You know, they had the Reeboks, they were more high tops. You know what I mean? Air Force Ones when they first came out. Nike Cortez when they first came out. You know what I mean? All I'm saying is, I got to give it to DC. You know what I'm saying? And New York. I think together they both started that New Balance era, in my opinion. You know what I mean? That's just me. Because DC cats, when I went to DC, that's all they was rocking. New Balance with the high socks. And then, of course, they was rocking the Georgetown Nike Hoyas and Georgetown starter jackets in the 80s. I'm just saying. You gotta keep it real on that. I'm just gonna keep it real. Tell me what you're thinking in your comments. Who started the New Balance way? Was it New York or was it DC? Because I know it was between them two. All the other places wasn't rocking New Balance, but just them two places that I know. You heard? Just keeping it gully on that. Connect the dots is what we do. I'm trying to connect the dots. Just like I'm going to tell you about hip hop, why I'm so embedded in hip hop. You know why I'm so embedded in hip hop? Because I was raised around hip hop and I didn't even know it. And I'll tell you why I connect the dots for you. Let's connect the dots, okay? I lived in the Bronx off University Avenue, and Latin Quarters was around that way. Bronx, home of the hip hop. See, that's one connected dot, right? Okay, moved to Undercliff Avenue, 1 block over from Cedric Avenue. See that? Didn't know. Connected dots. Also, Undercliff Avenue is the place where, Wolf had to get the money to start up Bad Boy. Look at that connection. Connect, didn't even know it was connecting. I'm just saying, I'm just showing you the connection. Okay. I have a cousin. You know what I mean? They lived in the Drew Hamilton projects in Harlem. Kurt, Michelle, and Randy, right? Kurt and Randy and Michelle knew this dude. He introduced the B-Fats, the one that did the song, the Wop Wop. I know him. Didn't even know that he was, doing this thing. Connect the dots. This is how I'm so embedded in hip hop and didn't even know it. Then we moved to Queens, right? Queens, Flushing. Run DMC used to come to our building all the time. The building I lived in. Come on. Down the street, Colden Street, 45th Ave, the Wasteland. Nas used to come, didn't even know it. Come to our block. You know what I'm saying? Then I'm going to connect the dots a little bit more. Extra P, Large Professor, we went to school together. PS 24, IS 237. Crazy, right? Oh, DJ for Onyx, Shy Skills. Rest in peace. I didn't even know he made beats back then. I didn't even know Large Professor made beats back then. But we knew them. We saw them all the time. Because we was basketballing, me and my brother. Mike Geronimo. Same person, Joe Fatal, lived in the same building, above us on the same building. It's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Neek the Exotic, up the street. Carlisle. All of that we did not even know. But this is how we are connecting the dots. This is how hip hop I am. This is why I'm hip hop, because the people who I was around, I didn't even know. Okay, the movie Juice. Okay, the building. When they was chasing G was chasing Tupac in the building with the gun. They went into the house party. That building, my cousin lived in that building. And to this day, I have family that still live in that building. That same building that had DJ SNS doing parties in that building. Crazy, right? That same building, they had the movie Sugar Hill when Romello, was walking out the building, a little kid got shot. That same building. And off of 129th Street, Convent, Kumo D, Wild Wild West. You see what I'm saying? This is how the dots are connected. I'm just telling you, this is why I'm so affiliated, because we was connected without even knowing that we were connected. That's crazy, right? Crazy, right? Just like our favorite rap group was Run DMC. And guess what? Run DMC was the first concert we seen. Right? Okay. I'm just going to keep connecting these dots, because these dots is crazy in connection on how we knew people and how we didn't even know that we was so affiliated with hip hop. As you know, my brother, y'all know who my brother is. You know what I mean? I never come out and say, yo, that's my brother. That's not how I do. You know what I'm saying? He's him, he who he is, and I am who I am, and we both have love for each other. But you know what I'm saying? Just like I have a cousin in the industry. Never met him. Famous. Can't say who until I meet him. You know what I'm saying? but he's a famous industry plant, a famous industry rapper. He's our cousin. You know what I'm saying? So this is what I'm talking about, connecting the dots. You know what I'm saying? We was always connected to hip hop without even knowing that we was connected to hip hop. Crazy, right? I'm just connecting these dots to let you know this is why we are affiliated with hip hop. Because the dots that circled us that we didn't even know about was so connected. Just like if you don't know who Corey Drums is, he was doing his thing, you know what I'm saying, in Queens. One of the nicest MCs out there in Hollis Ave. He's my cousin as well. He's another cousin of mine. You know what I mean? It's just weird how the dots are connected. You know what I'm saying? Corey Frames, same thing. He's affiliated, you know what I'm saying, with Red McFly. Come on, like he's saying this is what I'm talking about. Hip hop will always be with us because of we didn't even know that these dots were connected. I'm just showing you how we were connected, how we've always been connected without even knowing that we've connected. See what I'm saying? This is why I'm so hip hop, because the people who we grew up with that we didn't even know, that we were family, or we didn't know that we were homeboys, or we grew up, yada, yada, yada. It's just crazy. Big Docs, you know what I'm saying? Same thing. LA, out there in LA doing his thing. If you don't know who Big Docs is, yo, Google him. That's my dude. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, this is why we always stay connected. We're connected with so many different people because of who we knew or who we didn't know. And we never talk about it because this is not who we are. We're not the type to brag and boast. I'm not bragging and boasting. I'm just showing you how the dots connect, how we are connected to other people. That's all. That's not bragging and boasting. I'm just showing you how our dots connect. This is why I call it connected dots, because the dots that we connected by, it's just crazy how it all became together to what it is, to how it is now. You know what I'm saying? So this is why we are so embedded in hip hop, because of the connections that we didn't even know that we had. You know what I'm saying? There was a rumor one time that we was on Sleeping Bag Records, which was crazy to me. I was like, who told? You know what I mean? It's crazy, but yo, that was a rumor at one time. You know what I mean? So it just goes to show you, man, you just never know who you might know or who I might know or who's in your circle. You know what I'm saying? So my thing is, I want to thank everybody who I knew, everybody that was in the circle. I want to thank everybody. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all made this hip hop for us. We watched y'all, we followed y'all, and mad respect to everybody who I mentioned, because y'all was some type of influence to us, and you still are an influence to us. Man, all I want to say is mad love, mad respect, and keep doing what you're doing, because no matter what, I'm going to always tell a story. I'm always going to be humble about the story, and I'm going to keep it moving and keep it classy, like Freddie Blassie. If you try to pass me, but you just have to be what I have to be to see what I see is the catastrophe. That's how, just a freestyle, brother. That's all I'm doing. Anyway, like I said before, connect the dots, signing off. Lou Icewater, Duquan Hicks. Peace.